Cravings are not just about lack of discipline. They are often a signal that your body is not managing energy properly. And if you ignore that signal, the pattern tends to repeat again and again. Most people treat cravings as a mental problem. They think it's about willpower, habits, or emotional control. So they try to resist. They distract themselves. They avoid certain foods. They set strict rules. And sometimes that works for a while. But then the cravings come back. Often stronger, more frequent, harder to ignore. That's when it starts to feel like something deeper is going on. Because if it were just about discipline, consistency should solve it. But for many people it doesn't. That's because cravings are not only psychological. They are also biological. They are influenced by how your body produces, uses, and distributes energy. In other words, your metabolism. To understand this, you need to look at how your body responds to fuel. Every time you eat, your body processes nutrients and decides how to use them. Some of that energy is used immediately. Some is stored. And some is released gradually over time. When this system is balanced, energy levels stay stable. You feel satisfied after eating. You don't think about food constantly. And cravings are occasional, not persistent. But when this system becomes unstable, things change. Energy starts to fluctuate. And those fluctuations create signals. One of those signals is cravings. For example, when your blood sugar rises quickly after eating something high in simple carbohydrates, your body responds by releasing insulin. This helps move energy into cells. But if the rise is too fast, the drop that follows can also be fast. And when that drop happens, your body senses a lack of available energy, even if you recently ate. So it sends a signal, get more fuel. That signal often shows up as a craving. Not just hunger, but a specific desire for quick energy. Usually sugar, processed foods, or high-calorie options. That's not random. It's your body trying to correct an imbalance. Now, if this happens occasionally, it's not a problem. But if your daily routine creates repeated spikes and drops, cravings become more frequent. And over time, they start to feel constant. Another factor is how efficiently your body uses stored energy. Your body has access to energy reserves mainly in the form of body fat. But accessing that energy depends on metabolic responsiveness. If your body can easily switch between using food and stored energy, cravings tend to be lower. Because even when you're not eating, your body still has fuel available. But if that flexibility is reduced, your body relies more on incoming food. And when that food isn't available or not used efficiently, it triggers cravings. This is where metabolism plays a central role, because it determines how smoothly your body can manage energy. Not just how much you burn, but how well you use what's already there. There's also the connection with thermogenesis. When your body efficiently converts calories into usable energy, it maintains a more stable internal environment. But when that process is less active, energy becomes uneven. And uneven energy leads to stronger signals. Cravings become one of those signals. Then there's the behavioral layer. When cravings appear frequently, they start to shape habits. You begin to expect them. You might build routines around them, snacking at certain times, reaching for specific foods. Over time, it becomes difficult to separate what is biological from what is habitual. But the root cause often starts at the metabolic level. This is why simply cutting cravings rarely works long term. Because you're trying to suppress a signal without addressing why it exists. And the body tends to push back. The more you restrict, the stronger the signal can become. That creates a cycle. Craving resistance, eventual giving in, and then restarting. And each time it reinforces the pattern. This is where a different perspective becomes useful. Instead of asking, how do I stop cravings? A better question is, why is my body asking for this? That question leads you back to structure, to how your body is managing energy across the day. The key insight is this. Cravings are often a response to unstable or inefficient energy, used, not just the lack of control. Once you see that, the strategy changes. You stop treating cravings as the enemy and start treating them as feedback. Feedback that something in your system is not balanced. That might include inconsistent eating patterns, large gaps between meals, frequent spikes in blood sugar, or reduced metabolic responsiveness. When those factors are addressed, cravings often decrease naturally. Not because you forced them down, but because the signal is no longer needed. That doesn't mean cravings disappear completely. They're part of normal human behavior, but they become manageable, less intense, less frequent, less controlling, and that changes your relationship with food. Instead of feeling reactive, you feel more stable, more in control, not through force but through understanding. That's a very different experience, and it's more sustainable because it works with your body, not against it. If you want to go deeper into this, there's a structured breakdown in the description that connects cravings to metabolic patterns and shows how to identify what's driving them in your daily routine. And if you want more content that explains the structure behind habits, metabolism, and long-term behavior, consider subscribing.